Good afternoon. Welcome to Life Lessons with Doris. I'm Doris. Today I want to talk about the recap about my career interests and the experience that I have had in the health science technology class in high school, which is part of the life lessons to learn and experience. Today's topic is the lessons that I learned about my career interests and my experience in the health science tech class. Last year, I discussed about my experiences in the CTED Health Science Tech class in high school. Some were good, some were bad. 3 years ago, I've talked about my career interest that the healthcare field isn't for me. The reason why I discuss with you people is because I want to talk about the things that I have learned in life as an adult. I watched several videos on YouTube about why people quit nursing because they realize that nursing is not for them. Nursing is a tough career, but it's rewarded. I learned that nursing is not for everyone. Watching those videos really touched me because I went through the similar experience as most people do. I remember when I watched one of the videos on YouTube about a young lady, Oni, who did nursing as her career until she quit because it wasn't for her. And when I heard her story about why she chose nursing is because to make, because she did it to make her, family proud, but she didn't like it, so she quit. It was stressful. Hearing her story really touched me because I went through that as she is. And she is. The reason why I did nursing is because, for the sake of my mom, she wanted me to go into nursing because of the salary, but it was more than that. She was just trying to help me look for resources that can, help me seek employment despite my disability, including vocational training, job training, employment, etc. That's why she transferred me to Shop Sound. It's not because she wanted me to go into nursing, but it was more than that. More than that. And looking back, and I should have told my mom that I'm not interested in careers in healthcare, which includes um, nursing. I want to discuss the reasons why I lied to myself is because I saw my classmates. I saw one of my friends who are in the medical field. One is in the dentist, the other is an anesthesiologist. They both went to the Bakey High School for Health Professions. And what I learned seeing your friends who are in the healthcare field doesn't mean you should do it. And second, the reason why I lied to myself about my courage is because I did it for the sake of my mom. She wants me to go into nursing. It's because of the salary. And what I have learned that if my mom wants me to have a better life despite my disability, doesn't mean you lie to yourself about your courageous. If I don't want to go into nursing, that's my choice, that's my business. And what I learned is to be honest with your health. And the third reason why I lied to myself is just because I did it for my mom's benefit because she was in a nursing school at the time. I wanted her to study hard to become a nurse. And what I've learned from that, choosing nursing just because I'm doing it for my mom's benefit, just because she was in nursing school. And I want her to study hard, because, which doesn't make sense because my mom wasn't in the CTED, Health Science Technology course, and I should have told her that I'm not interested in nursing. And lastly, the reason why I chose nursing is because one of my classmates in middle school, LaShawn Corners, was saying stuff about me. She called me names, which hurt my feelings. And what I learned about what happened between me and my classmate in middle school has nothing to do about my courageous. If I don't want to go into healthcare, that's my choice. And what I learned is you shouldn't worry about what other people say because some people are mean, cruel, and heartless. Heartless. If if I want to go into business and that's what my choice and that's what I have, learned from this experience. I realized that I nearly screwed my high school career and my future because of a classmate that called me names and bullied me in middle school and seeing my friends doing it. And what I've learned is to just be honest with yourself about my career interests. I mean, about your career choice. Don't lie to yourself because if you lie to yourself, you screwed. And that's how it has landed me, which I have learned from from this experience. I remember several years ago when I was a sophomore in high school, all students report to homeroom to receive a copy of class schedule for spring 2002, which was the second semester. So I went to my homeroom to get my class schedule for spring 2002. Then after homeroom, I went to the dean's office and I told my dean to change um, introduction to health science to pre-employment. She said that she couldn't change it because it was a full year course. If I do that, I'm gonna lose credit, and it has to be discussed in my R meeting. Then I talked to my other counselor about it. She said that she couldn't, change it either. Plus, I was at Sharpstown High School just for a special transfer, meaning that I just came for the CTED Health Science Technology class because my home high school Westbury doesn't have that. And looking back at that is that I should have told my mom before she changed my school that I'm not interested in careers in healthcare, neither that I'm interested in careers in the food service industry, which was the CTED food production program that was taught by Mrs. Walls. Walls. And like I discussed earlier, what I learned is to just be honest with yourself about your career and just don't lie yourself because if you lie yourself, you'll stuck for nothing. You will be feeling miserable and happy. And that's what I learned from experience. I remember when I first transferred to Shopstown in my sophomore year in high school, I was unorganized and unprepared and unhappy because I knew that I'm not interested in careers in healthcare. I started going around telling everybody my business about why I needed to, change my schools because of the health science technology program and career interest. And some people got tired of that, and my mom got upset at me for doing that. And what I learned that going around telling people, which includes the teachers, administrations, about my situation, about why I need to change my school because of the health science technology class and my career interest, it's not going to solve it, meaning they cannot help me with my future. The only person that I should have, discussed that was my mom, and that's why she got upset. I remember several years ago at my art meeting, Miss Jackson, who was the special ed chairperson at Sharpstown, asked about my current. I said business, and that's good. And Miss Harrell asked my mom if I was staying in Sharpstown or going to Westbury, and my mom said no. Then Miss Jackson, explained to her if I'm in the health science technology class just for a special transfer, that means I have to go back to my home high school. And Miss Jackson mentioned that they have a business program at Westbury, which she told my mom. Then my mom told Miss Jackson that she has to talk to me. So my mom talked to me and told me that I have to continue with Sharpstown until I graduate and I'm still gonna be in the program. I wasn't okay with it, but I have to do what she say because I'm living her roof and I have to abide by her rules. 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 And looking back about it is that I should have, told my mom before she changed my high school that I'm not interested in careers in the healthcare field nor the food industry. And I should have, told my mom first about why did I need to change my high school is just because of the seats at health science tech class and about my current just because I'm not interested in careers in the healthcare field. I want to share you some of the experience that I have had in the health science tech class, which was health science technology one. I remember my classmates and I learned the vital signs, which is temperature, respiration, and pulse and blood pressure. The temperature part was easy for me, but the other ones were hard, including blood pressure. Is It was complicated for me, but what I could have done is to read the docs, just like my teacher said, my health science teacher say, if I read it does, and it wouldn't be complicated. And looking back, made me realize that the healthcare field isn't for me. If I'm not interested in careers in healthcare, I wouldn't have come to Sharps and I would have stayed in Westbury. I tried to measure the pulse, respiration, and blood pressure. It didn't work out. It shows that the health care field isn't for me, which I have, experienced that. That. And what I have learned about it is that you have to have the strengths and talents about what you're doing before you choose what career will be suitable for, which I'm going to talk in the future videos. And that's it for part one. Thank you so much.